We're at the Hooting Owl Marina Beach speaking to John Skeen about naturism. Right, John, do you want to carry on telling us about how you got involved in naturism?
Well, I first came down to the south coast in 2003 when I bought the guest house. So the first thing I wanted as a naturist was to find a place I could go and practice the lifestyle, you know. So I was looking for a beach that I could use that is naturist friendly. And my first thing I did was go on the internet to see if there were any naturist friendly beaches on the south coast. And I discovered Impanyati Nature Reserve was listed on the old Sandfed website as a naturist friendly beach. So then I went and had a look at the place, and it is very isolated. It's not very busy. You know, normally see dog walkers and joggers, but it's not a beach that is safe for swimming, so people don't normally go there. So you get the odd people that are walking, but other than that, it's very, very quiet. But it's a beautiful area, and it's ideal for naturists because it's semi-private. There are also sand dunes that you can go and sit behind if you don't want to be actually on the beach in front of in full view of everyone, you know. So from that point of view, you've got your own. You can have your privacy, and you can also offer privacy to people who are walking who don't want to actually see naked people lying on the beach, you know. But in the 10 years I've been here and been using the beach, it's been an eye-opener because the general people who live in this area don't seem to mind naturists. They don't react, and often people will come up and chat while I'm there or while I've got friends there with me. And they seem to accept it as a normal way of life down on the south coast. The people here are very laid back, so they don't seem to have any prejudices or problems with naturists. And that's what we try to promote as naturists. It's a lifestyle choice. There's nothing sexual about naturism. It's just being at one with nature. You take your clothes off and you enjoy the fresh air and the freedom of lying in the sun or having a swim in the sea without any clothing. Naturism is like a drug. You try it a few times and you become addicted for life. And that's how I feel. You know, I tried it when I was a teenager back in Scotland, and the weather there is not conducive to naturism. But I started off as a teenager. I went out into the fields on my bicycle and got stripped off and made full use of the good weather when we had any, and I became addicted to the lifestyle and then really enjoy it. And I practice naturism at home whenever I can, you know, whenever I've got the chance. And I've been bringing my son up to enjoy the lifestyle as well. To me, it's natural because we're all born naked. We grow up. Society and government have put pressure on people to conform to rules and regulations. And that stems from way back in the olden days when the church had a huge influence on government rules and regulations. And we have to get past that stigma of naked is nasty, naked is unnatural. It's not. It's the most natural thing in the world.
How many sort of locals are there, or South African locals, that would make use of a naturist facility?
There are hundreds of naturists in South Africa that actually go to resorts and use resorts. There are very few resorts in South Africa. There are quite a number in the Mpumalanga, Pretoria areas. There are no resorts down on the south coast here except myself. But I've got a sort of a steady client base that come down regularly every year. But it's the same people that come on a regular basis, and it was organised by a travel agent in the Gauteng area initially. I would say there are a lot of naturists in South Africa, but we don't know about them because they're naturists in the closet, as we would say. They practice naturism at home, in their own backyards or around their swimming pools, but they don't tell their friends about it, and they don't socialise as a community within the naturist community. Again, because of the stigma involved, and what will the neighbours think, or what will my family think if they know I'm a naturist? You know, the joys of socialising and mixing with people who are like-minded is to me, the biggest benefit of being a naturist. You're socializing with a super community. Naturists are really friendly, laid-back people. They don't care if you're a doctor or a lawyer or a nurse, or it doesn't matter what your job is. Once you've got your clothes off, we're all the same.
I think that's maybe one of the things that actually put people off doing this. My body's a little bit fat. I don't want everybody seeing that.
As a naturist, you accept everybody, warts and all. It doesn't matter. People always worry about, if I take my clothes off, they're going to look at me and they're going to think, gee, you're overweight, or you've got skinny legs, or whatever. Nobody cares. It's the fact that we all want to socialize in natural environment, and body type and body shape and big or small doesn't matter to us. As a naturist, we accept everybody, regardless of what they look like.
But it's fine with the rest of the guys that, okay, I'm a newbie, I don't feel that comfortable yet, but you're not going to differentiate against me because I'm still going to keep my bikini bottoms on.
No, I mean, some of the people that come here don't feel comfortable being completely naked, so they'll wear a bottom, or some of them will wear a top, Everybody
just does their thing.
They do their own thing, and they're accepting of how people feel, the level of comfort that they have, with the other people. Nobody dictates to anyone here how they must behave. And we even have people that come here who remain fully clothed for whatever reason. Maybe they're not feeling good, or they've got a medical problem or whatever. We don't worry about that. It's okay, Mm-hmm. The next time they come, they may be different. They may join in and participate, but we don't dictate to anybody. Yes, they have to be comfortable.
Yeah. John, SANFED used to be the governing body for naturism in South Africa, but we've had a slight change of organisational structure.
The biggest problem we found with SANFED was they didn't communicate with the membership. In the last few years, there hasn't been a membership structure as such. No one was paying membership fees. They had an organising committee and a social committee, but there was no communication between SANFED main body and the different regions. So, like the Western Cape went off on their own. KZN didn't have an association. Nothing seemed to be working. So, in the end, this new Gauteng Naturist Association was formed, and from that, they are now talking to the Western Cape Naturist Association. There's a branch in Mpumalanga. We're now trying to form the KZN branch, and there's a couple of others in the pipeline as well. So slowly we're trying to form a new group. We're not affiliated in any way to SANFED as far as I'm aware, but I'm actually the wrong person to discuss this with, because I don't know the whole structure at this stage. The founder in Gauteng came and spoke to me about a year ago, I suppose, about how healthy is naturism on the KZN area, KZN coast. And from that, they then started to talk to me about hosting a meeting, using my place as a venue to host the meeting to try and form an association in the KZN area.
Would you say that there is a potential here in Marina Beach that we could even have international naturists?
Well, I do host international naturists here. Last month I had some people from Belgium, and I've got other people coming again from Belgium next month, and I've hosted other people from overseas in the past. So it's getting an awareness that South Africa is a naturist destination, and that's the biggest problem. SANFED weren't promoting South Africa as a destination for naturism. And we've got the International Naturist Association, or the International Naturist Federation. There are no bodies that I know of in South Africa that are affiliated to that main international body except SANFED. And because of SANFED's problems, they haven't marketed South Africa to the advantage that we need to promote the country. We have the weather, we have the beautiful regions, different climates, and we have fantastic beaches. And that's the biggest issue with naturism in South Africa. We don't have any official naturist beaches.
If I were interested in joining a naturist family, how would I go about it and who would I need to contact?
Well, the best thing would be to contact me. The Hooting Owl Guest House is my venue here on the south coast at Marina Beach, and I've been hosting naturist groups for at least the last 6 or 7 years. So it's better to contact me direct, and then I can put you in touch with associations members in the various areas. The KZN group as such will form, I think, after they have their AGM. I personally have a WhatsApp KZN Naturists that people can join. It's a group, yeah. We don't have many members in the group at the moment, about 15 people, I think. But I keep in touch with the group members. I tell them about things that are going on in the area, and if I find a nice website that I'm interested in that's naturist orientated, then I'll let them know I found this great website with a nice blog. So I keep people informed, and I've only just started that in the last 3 or 4 weeks. So hopefully that membership on that blog WhatsApp will grow.
Your meeting for the establishment of the KZN is due to happen?
The inaugural meeting is on the Valentine's weekend. The meeting will be held on the Saturday afternoon. I'm not sure of the time yet, probably around 5 p.m.
But if I were interested in attending the meeting, I can just give you a ring on your cell phone?
Yes, yeah. You can ring me on my cell or send me an email.
Your email address?
It's stay@theHootingOwl.co.za, or the phone number is 082 408 3519.